buckling under pressure. Hard work pays off, we get knocked back. Now, it's a bit of a knock, it's disappointing, and we strategize for the future. All that, much more on this week's episode. I'm Lee, this is Vapor Clean. Let's see behind the cleans. Monday the 8th of January, and it is flat out as usual, straight into the new year and into the week. The technicians have got a flat out day. It's probably one of the busiest days. It is a very large extractor system we're doing this morning, which is a repeat customer. We then are over to another repeat customer, which is for a full commercial deep clean. It's quite a small kitchen, but it has to be done in a very short amount of time to keep the cost down for the customer and the disruption to the kitchen down as well. So there's a lot of technicians over on that one. We've got another couple of extractor systems as well as a couple of smaller jobs. So technicians are all flat out busy. On the contract side, Ashley is still very busy. We've got quite a lot of site visits to be done this week as well. So we'll be giving you a look around a lot of the sites and sort of showing you how they're going on, especially some of the newer ones as well. For me though, I have another call with the Google company, so we're making sure that all that's running smoothly and to see what we can do to keep pushing ahead of the competition. The office are busy, they're already on the phones. Georgia's training's going great, so it is all guns blazing for a Monday. I don't think so. The majority, obviously we get a lot of the commercial kitchen deep cleans, but if they are looking for the extractor, they tend to be solely looking for the extractor as a system. How are you doing? You okay? For a Monday, yeah, I know that feeling. The trouble is with that particular service as well, is it's such a high value service, but it is very difficult to get in front of the right people without picking up a load of incorrect traffic, essentially. I'll go back to Paul today on those changes. Hopefully we can get those rolled out pretty quickly as well. We'll go from there. All right, have a good week. Cheers, bye.
Well, here we are at St Michael's Centre in Stoke Gifford. Just counted 35 Velux windows. All done and dusted. Good job.
What's going on here? Oh look, it started recording. Can't remember the date. It's Tuesday the 9th of January. We are back at it again. Lots of different jobs to do, and we're basically visiting this week. We're visiting a lot of customers that we quoted last year in December. So we're getting a lot of the commercial work done and keeping them all going. It's going to be a busy day for the techs today. Didn't go ahead with the leadership team meeting the week before Christmas, just because it's so crazy to get everything organised, and all the stats and everything are a bit skewed because of the time of year anyway. We have to do that today. You may remember we did a planning session a few weeks back, basically planned everything for the next 10 years. So we set all our goals for the next 10 years. We've done our sorry, I got distracted because I saw one of our vans. And I'm like, oh, it's so sad. But I never get bored of it. I never get bored of it. What was I saying? So we've got our goals set. We know what our targets are. Now we've got to boil down on the strategies of how we're going to achieve them. For the 12 months, we're looking at kind of top level strategies. But for the next 3 months, we're looking at obviously the exact baseline strategies of what we're going to achieve. Now, don't get me wrong, they are ever evolving. They're always going to change. They're always going to move. It's still so important to know that the direction that you're going in. So that's what we're going to be doing with the team today, the leadership team today. We are going to be coming out of environment. We're going to be going outside of the office so we can just focus on that and be exactly on that point. And then this afternoon, I'm with Craig again, and we're talking marketing. It should be good. Let's get it done.
Okay, we're here again in Weston at the Food Works to do a kitchen deep clean and a hard floor clean and a meeting room carpet clean. But here we go. It's meeting room number 1. And they completely cleared the room for me. And it is. Okay, let's go down and see the guys. Into the main kitchen area. This is the hard floor that we'll be cleaning. This is the loading area. And then into the kitchen deep clean, kitchen number 4. Stephen, that's your one. Scott, that should now work.
I think we can probably go through what type of training sessions we do in more detail. Maybe I have a day in the office or a couple of hours in the office or whatever, and I do the calls, and everyone watches me and picks fault with me. Which is why I kind of say like quick fire training, weekly training. One of the things I thought, so the last thing to discuss about this quarter is obviously trying to hit the target on the contract side as well. And one of the things that would help us do that is selling consumables, but it's bin bags, it's toilet rolls, hand towels,
toilet rolls.
Yeah, it's all of those sorts of things. So we used to sell spot stainers. Yeah. So the one bottle of solution that I always keep in my house is. I have a bottle of that in my house. I've already used 3/4 of a bottle since Christmas. That bloody dog of my kids. You spray it, it gets the stain out, and it stops it locking it in. And on quite a small scale to start with, and then we'll kind of gradually build it up. It could, again, also help towards hitting the target of getting an admin person or someone in the office. He was talking more about, like, he was on about, like, an incentive if people don't go sick. So
I think he was on about when he worked for, was it BT or Outreach? That's what they used to do to keep him on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No. It's a difficult one because, like, if someone's got to, like, actually need a day off because for once in a blue moon they're sick, they'll be penalised.
yeah, but I think but it's not penalised, is it? That's the difference. It's then puts the decision on them because, like, if you're, let's just say it's 20 quid, right? If you are a week into your 3 months and you feel crap, you're probably not going to go to work. But if you're a week off of getting your extra 20 quid, are you going to go into work?
Yeah.
Some will, some won't, but it's on them. It's not you're not being penalised for it. You're just having your own decision. Well, do you want that incentive or don't you want that incentive?
Yeah.
And at least the people that don't, like the people that are constantly in, are actually getting that. Hold on, thank you. You know, it's really good of you to continue to keep coming to work, and there's that other reason, don't get me wrong, it's more work, but there's that other reason to say thank you. Wednesday, the 10th of January. It is a very, very cold, freezing morning. So we've had to defrost the truck and I'm heading towards the office. People don't think about the small little hurdles that the guys have to battle through, the team have to battle through, because bad weather like this, silly things, it is the silly things, but I see bad weather coming in, the first thing that goes through my mind is, oh, I hope everyone gets to where they need to go tomorrow, because the road conditions, traffic from the road conditions, all of that sort of stuff. And in the past, not so much now, but in the past, when we had dodgy vehicles, you kind of hope that the vehicles are even going to start and be all right to get there, batteries and whatnot. But all seems okay this morning, don't seem to be any issues. I'm on my way to the office. We've got a very, very busy day. Technicians are all flat out as usual. Vast range of different jobs. Myself and Ashley, first port of call today is a Thatcher's site visit for a quarterly audit meeting. You may remember me saying in December it was pushed back. They asked if we could do it in January because things were busy and they were quite happy there was nothing to discuss. So we're going to head over to Thatcher's and have a good chat to see where we are, what we need to do to continue to provide that service of exactly what they need. And what that delivery driver just didn't realise the ice on the road as you come around the corner, so we're lucky we weren't written off. Well done, mate. One other thing that I want to kind of highlight, a comment that we've had on the YouTube channel. We're getting lots of views at the moment and we are building a steady growth in subscribers, etc. And it's been really good to see the repeat visitors. But one particular comment that has just been pulled up, you know, I'd just like to say thank you for the shout out, the feedback, and obviously I'm really pleased that you are enjoying the content that we put out there. It is tough to keep putting this content out there. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of resource, it puts people outside of their comfort zone, but we hope that it provides you some value. I'm not going to tell lies. Obviously we do it for good reason. We do want it to benefit the business as well, but it makes it all more worthwhile and feels really good when you do leave us feedback. Subscribe to the channel, or if you don't want to subscribe, if it's just one video you check out, just drop us a comment. Let us know what you think, and if you've got any feedback about what we can bring your way as part of Behind the Cleans or any future videos, then let us know. We're all ears and we're happy to try and deliver on what you want. Time to get on with the day.
So we're here again at the Crown Inn in Wells. We do this system quite regularly. We have a free filter canopy. It's in relatively good condition. Then the system here, another sort of 2 filter canopy, gets quite bad because of the grills. Another one there, ducting that goes up and round, up to the skylight, onto the roof then. Nice sun this morning, still bloody freezing though. So up here, ooh, frosty, we have the exit. There's the fan, and we have a hatch there, another hatch there. Cleaned this system, I think about twice now. Really good, really easy to access.
So I'm out here at Thatcher's, just going into the meeting. Unfortunately, Thatcher's don't actually allow any filming or pictures from their site, so I can't bring you any of the meeting, but we'll let you know how it goes. So that's a Thatcher's visit over and done. Not great, if I'm honest. I was kind of hoping for a better meeting than that. They have raised some issues that they would like addressing, as Matthew. Yeah, they've raised some issues that they want addressing. It's things that we do need to work on. I kind of get that. They've sent over some feedback with regards to some things that we wouldn't necessarily know because it's what they're seeing day to day on site. So we've got a bit of work to do, which it's frustrating. But the thing is, and the one thing that I think they understand and has sort of resonated with them is, you know, we care, and that's what I've said to them. Look, is I hope you do appreciate, and I've worked with them for years. Look, I've worked with Thatcher's now for 6-7 years. Now I don't take it for granted because ultimately it's cleaning. You have to deliver a good consistent service or you can lose clients. So I am under no delusion that we're perfectly safe there and nothing's ever going to happen. Of course we're not. Business is business, and when you're working for large commercial clients or even little commercial clients, they have to watch the bottom line and they have to get value for money. And if they're not getting the service they're expecting, then they're not getting value for money. Now, don't get me wrong, that meeting hasn't said that they're not getting the service that they're expecting, but they are saying that there are some things we need to address. We are going to be upping the checks on site, the digital audits on site, and we're going to be addressing them and turning it around very, very quickly. Just not the positive boost that we wanted, really, but heading back to the office now. My day, rest of the day, is catching up on some bits and pieces. I've got some little jobs to do, so over to some cleaning footage. Thursday, 11th of January. Week is just flying by. Technicians are flat out busy. Lots of smaller jobs today, actually, which is quite unusual. The smaller jobs tend to go a little bit quieter in January. We do have some special offers that we're running at the moment as well to give a little bit more back and make sure customers get a bit more benefit and a bit more bang for their buck, if you like. So there's a couple of interesting jobs that they are doing today. So it will be good to see what they're doing and have a look at that shortly. We've got Ashley and the support ops are back over at Thatcher's, so we're addressing some of the areas that they've raised for us to have a look at, and we've got some deep cleaning to get done, which is routine deep cleaning over there anyway. Obviously they are a food production site, so it's absolutely paramount to keep standards in super high levels on that particular site. And then in the office today, I'm in the office this morning, I've got more planning and strategizing to do. I've got a session now with my business coach, so that gives me, you know, another perspective. Basically this afternoon I've got a training session with the customer service team. We've decided as part of our planning session the other day to do some some quick fire training where we're just highlighting some different areas and giving the opportunity for everyone sort of to discuss and run through anything that we've learned throughout the week or anything we've come up against throughout the week. I've said it before, I'll say it again, communication is absolutely key. Paramount that everyone communicates, and it's paramount that we share the knowledge and experience that we all have. Obviously I've been in the industry for a long time now, coming up 14 years. Who better to try and pass some of that training on? But that's not to say that I can't learn from the people that we have in the seats. That's the thing, you don't ever want to recruit people that are not as good as you. You want to recruit people that are better than you, if you can. So that's what we try and do. I believe we've got people within the team that can teach me a thing or two as well. We've got one technician off with a sickness bug. Pressure's always on, but let's get to it. Today's going to be a good day.
Three. It's a triple one. It's
I'm literally going to pause that there because then it all just goes into dates and stuff like that and everything else. Just for the record, I'm not saying at any point that any of these calls are really bad or really good or whatever. I'm literally just saying what were the good points, what were the bad points. Obviously, overall, I'm pretty sure they all worked, but overall, they are all good calls. There's just things we can do better. So, good points, bad points is probably a bad way of phrasing it. What stands out to you as the good points in that bit, in that call?
Hold an extractor. Mention that straight away.
I actually see that as a bad point.
Oh.
Why would that be a bad
Every
point?
single one of you are doing it 99% of the time.
Why?
Have a look at your flow chart.
Is it because it's free? I don't know.
No.
No, it would be. Summer would know.
None of you are following the flow charts any way, shape or form. And you are asking the question of, do you want the hob and extractor done as well?
Instead of we offer.
Just offer it.
So you just say about the full deep clean package, not the rest.
Because one of the other negatives is the fact that there was no description. There was no description of the actual job, of what it includes, what the oven is. Therefore, the value in that service is seen as much smaller. I'm sure you're all fed up with listening to me now, but any questions? No?
I think you answered them as we went along anyway.
Yeah.
Try it. Cool. Didn't time myself, Friday the 12th of January, I'm just heading into the office now. Technicians flat out all over the place, lots of smaller jobs. One of the technicians is still off sick. We've got a couple of technicians that are working longer hours today. Obviously they normally finish early afternoon, but they're going to be doing a bit more hours today to cover that work, so we're not letting anyone down. Myself and Ashley are heading up to the Attic Nightclub in a minute. We're getting that one up and running. Obviously it's not the easiest site in the world. It fluctuates quite a lot. We're 2P'ing staff over, or we have 2P'd staff over, so we've got lots of training to do there and things like that. We've got equipment that we need to be sorting out on site, which actually already belongs to the site, but we want to get it up and running and working properly. They've got no one there. They've got a scrubber dryer and they've got no one there that uses it or is trained on it. So we're going to get up there, we're going to get it serviced, we're going to get it working properly, and then we're going to get everyone trained on it so it saves them time. So we'll be checking that one out as well, and then it's back to the office and tying things up. Just a flat out busy day, simple as that. So little man Eric is back with us today, but he wasn't with us yesterday because he had a swelling on his foot and he's actually had to have very minor surgery to get it done. Nothing major, it is very minor, but yeah, he's back with us today, just all bandaged up and feeling a bit sorry for himself. Come in. The bag is to stop the bandage getting wet. The nice vet nurse thought they'd do a fancy bandage. I have forgot to mention that the recruitment process kicked off immediately with regards to the technician role. Kim is already doing some sterling work and we've got some great interviews set up and they're already underway. Remember, with if you're a previous viewer, you will remember with our recruitment process, it's not a very quick process because we are doing phone screening, we're doing video calls, we're doing face-to-face interviews, we're doing trial days, we're doing background checks, we do absolutely all sorts to make sure we get the right people. So it is a long-winded process, but we're looking forward to getting someone on. and obviously the fact that it's already well underway is excellent. So we'll see how those interviews go. So we're back up at Attic. We're going to go in, we're going to have a chat with the operatives, see what it's all like. I don't think they're far off to be finished, but then we're going to collect up the scrubber dryer because we need to get that finished and have a look around and see how we're getting on. Let's go and have a look. So when they've got the time, we want to be getting to the finer details so we can get into all of the edges and all the little bits and pieces. It's these floors, because even when you mop them once at the end of a shift, if they're mopping, it can still dry up stickies, making sure they're getting in all those edges and stuff. Most of that's paint, yeah, but you don't really see it when it's dark. Yeah. But it's making sure they get those. And when you go upstairs, the mirrors in the ceiling, the mirrored ceiling, that could all do with a good clean. I mean, let's have a quick look and see what it is. We need to get the routine in. This is done every time this walkway here, isn't it? I know, it's horrendous, it's awful, yeah.
Everything gets stuck to it.
Yeah.
It stays there. Even when you do it every day, it's still...
It just doesn't come off anyway. Stepped over a few bottles at the top of the stairs. So I just wanted to make sure that you're aware.
Yeah, I know it says she cleaned this, but it didn't look like she did to me.
Enough said. When they're in today, it's making sure that they just invest that little bit extra time and just get to the areas, because like especially when you look around the edges and stuff like that, there's bits like that that are just really quite bad. Where was I looking? Over here a minute ago. I'm not tall enough to reach those. I know it's a bad way to look at it. When they're open, most people aren't going to see it. Yeah. But it's making sure it's things like that as well. Look.
Just take the bowl out.
Just take the bowl out, wipe round it, make sure it's cleaned. It's the time invested when you've got it, as much as anything else, because no one wants this, or the customer isn't going to give us endless amount of hours. But when we do have the time, we want to invest that bit of time. Yeah.
I don't think I can read.
No, I was just thinking the same thing.
Oh, I can just.
Can you just?
It is quite sticky.
It's sticky as hell, isn't it? But I'll cheat. Just think, yeah, see, you could do that, because that's
just some of these
that's me.
As long as you don't push too much pressure.
As long as you don't push too much pressure, you'd be able to do it. Some of those want to be put back in, but if we had a little step, we could do that. But I mean, that is, it's minging. It needs doing. Yeah. But it's one of those things, you see, and you wouldn't be able to do all of it, but you could maybe do a couple of rows. And then sort of work your way along and stuff like that, really. So
solar back, just spray that out there and then leave it for like 5 minutes, and then just give it a wipe.
It'll run off. It's the same as like these stainless bars and stuff like that. It's getting around the edges. It's keeping on top of it, because if we can keep it at that sort of standard,
to a level, it'll be okay to keep it there. It's just getting it there in the first place.
Yeah, they probably want a stiff deck brush so they can get in like round the edges and stuff like that, or if they get the scrubber dryer. Yeah, exactly that. I don't know if this is suitable to have the scrubber dryer on. I can't imagine so. I was saying that.
I think there's lights.
I think it's lights, yeah, which is why I said it wasn't, because it's probably a light up floor. But saying that, it should be sealed, because obviously you'd be thinking of spilled drinks and stuff like that as well, wouldn't you? So yeah, but it's those sorts of things. Obviously, with you being up here, it's going to be your site to keep an eye on, and obviously coming into the team and just having a chat with them and saying, look, you know, if you've got time today, do this, or if you've got time next week, do that.
I can just do like half hour, help them out with one area that they don't normally do.
Exactly that.
And then obviously I can do what I need to do in the other time that I got here.
And that's what often sets us apart from other cleaning companies, is the fact that we will invest the hours that we're not charging for. You know, we might only charge for a certain amount of hours, but if you're investing an extra couple of hours a week or whatever else it is, doing things that are not on your daily list, that's what maintains the site to the right standard. Well, that's what I'm thinking, because that's what I just said to him. We'll get them a mop and squeegee for the mirrors, because obviously those mirrors, and I was watching Mark downstairs doing the mirrors downstairs. He's doing them with a spray and then a cloth, but then he's going over them with a paper towel. Number one, that's not green, because you're going through lots of paper towel and stuff.
And second of all,
and the second, it's time consuming. It's double the amount of time, because you're cleaning it twice. Yeah. So if we get them the right kit in, then it makes life so much easier.
That beam, like you can see at the top,
because they can't reach it.
If you have an extendable thing, just
exactly, they can't reach it, and it's all those things really. Because the trouble is, it will just build up. So yeah. Oh, what a day. Tech Lee was out on a job this morning, come down with the same sickness bug that Stephen had, literally on the job, has had to leave. That's put us behind. We were planning on sending one of the support ops over, and then that support op has had to go home as well. Just like, oh, knock after knock today for the customer service team. Shout out to Danny. She has actually volunteered to go over and help. George just said to her, now honestly I would come and give her a hand as well. I've got no one to have the kids, otherwise I'd be going to help myself. But yeah, just excellent work from them. George has been absolutely amazing and said that, you know, he's not worried about it. He'd carry on and get the work done, and he'd still go and do the job, so we don't let the customer down. That is Vapor Clean. Follow through on promises made. That's what we do. And yeah, just excellent to hear that coming from the team. Rounded off at the end of the week on a bit of a negative note, to be fair. I have also just had confirmation that one of the contract cleans that we quoted for, I showed you, we haven't got. Now, it's a bit of a knock. It's disappointing. I did ask for some feedback as to why, and essentially they've said that the company they decided to go with in the end was recommended to them by their parent company because they clean other sites for them as well. Our proposal was on par, the cost was good, the service level was offered as good, and it was very difficult to split the two proposals. However, the other company is already known to them. It's one of those things that is very, very difficult. If you've got another company already working for a parent company and delivering a good service, you're going to struggle to beat that. So disappointing, but it's life, and we shall move on and keep going. And that's it. But yeah, that's it for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Please do come back next week when the team is still under pressure, myself included, as I am out on the contract sites doing some quarterly review meetings. The technicians get rather greasy with some beefy extractor systems. We're deep cleaning on some extractor sites, and the cleaning just simply keeps on coming. Please do click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and we'll see you next week behind the cleans.